big phenomena this year is, I believe, a good thing. This Republican parade of debates and concepts in which people are being tempted to say to themselves, I could do better than that. A real simple coefficient, I believe, will work from now on is the 30-hour work week. There was a time in the last century where a lot of people who were considered decent workers work 6 hours a week. Did it make our country better? Sometimes. Ask the coal miners. 6 days a week. Sometimes. And then you went to the company church, probably. 30-hour work week, and people paid properly, with the goal 1 week's work, 1 month's rent. 1 week equals 1 month. And all the rest of the money they'd spend on what Republicans call the free marketplace. So the Democratic coefficient, which they haven't had the social, the term even social engineering. Social engineering is like, well, they got stop signs, and that's when it, and you know, I'm with that guy. Yeah, really. Like the government doesn't know where your ass is. Oh, you're so free in your car. You know, you go out from stop sign to stop sign, you might as well be a chip in a big computer bank, a transistor chip in, like, you know, a radio that doesn't even play anything decent anymore. Okay, so anyway, 30-hour work week, and that 30-hour work week pays 1 month's rent. And I know the people on top, since whatever happened since 1980, they got all the money. There isn't a foreign government that can take away their money. So all these supercomputers and all this stuff that I hear chatter, it's all about they don't know what to do now with all this stuff that can people up, have these popcorn wars with leftover technology that's beyond obsolete. And I think the best of them are trying to ease people out of arms dealing and bad drug dealing and stuff. And some in between think it's kind of amusing because it's sort of like having this planet to play with. And like over here you got the reincarnated sort of like reptilian super lizard Jurassic Park reincarnated kids shooting it out like by the time they're 15 in places like Mexico and over in Africa. And like it's like, and you can watch it all on satellite and stuff, and like, you know, it's not that bad. Look at World War I. It's better than World War II, you know, because like that was like all just like dress them up and mow them down and like, you know, like say in the concentration. This is more fun, and they're the ones in between. And then there's ones that I think it's just never gets. They've attached themselves to something like the internet that always, and it's they blame it on they pass the hot potato, the button, who's got the button around. But they're legitimately, they use their own malfeasance as an existence as a weapon, and they broadcast that on some frequencies. Now, of those factions, the ones that can be all of them know what the real harvest is each individual, they're either enhancing their life or not enhancing their life, and the computers can tell, even at that speed of they can get unstuck in time and go into a time bank. I don't doubt that that's happening to all of us in any given moment now, but that time bank is going to be thought of sort of like the nuclear power industry. It's something you can do, but it's very hard to do well. And it probably should be in the hands of people, and it should be very, very, very wide open. So we know where all the volcanoes are, for the most part. And we know where all the fault lines are. And we watch out for meteorites. And we can predict the weather. I bet we can predict the economy a lot easier. And there's no reason why 7 billion people on the planet, if you got a non-Nazi Japanese supercomputer, They could figure out how everybody could work 30-hour work week and find some place for them, which they pay their rent, and the whole ease of owning and controlling land would be something like owning and controlling an automobile. Sure, it's your automobile, like for as long as you live and everything. And so if it's somebody's land, why not have inheritance? The idea that we set aside the Grand Canyon is a clue, but nobody owns that. Okay, we feel that way in what I would call integrated capitalism. You don't buy the bus and kick everybody off the bus. You don't buy the highway system and tell them. Some places have done that. More on this later. 30-hour work week, 1 month's rent.